sponsored by Genoir Towing and Recovery. Oilers Baseball on ESPN also brought to you by State Farm agent Christy Babcock, Beeman's Variety, Gentle Dental, Central Peninsula Hospital, and Ashman Krause Real Estate. The three-time national champion Peninsula Oilers game broadcasts on ESPN, also brought to you by Steam on Wheels, Dan's Automotive, Kenai Peninsula College, White Spruce Trailer Sales, Dam Construction and Roofing, and Ridgeway Dentistry. The 2026 Oilers baseball season on ESPN 1140 AM and 96.9 FM. Also sponsored by Peninsula Surgery and Aesthetics, Earhart, Elsner and Cooley Attorneys at Law, Eyewear Express, Jumpin' Junction, and Soldotna Professional Pharmacy. Oilers baseball is also brought to you on ESPN by AK Express, Martha's Cocina, Odyssey Family Practice, AK Tree Solutions, and Playa Azul. The Peninsula Oilers postgame show is sponsored by Peninsula Community Health Services with game recaps and on-field interviews. Now let's go live to today's Oilers game with the ESPN broadcast team.
And welcome back here on ESPN, and we are set for more Peninsula Oilers baseball from Chugiak, Alaska. As for the first time this season, the top two teams in the Alaska Baseball League square off in a doubleheader. It's your Peninsula Oilers taking on the Chugiak Eagle River Chinooks. Dylan Simmons alongside Tucker Blau here on the Sweeney's pregame show. A fantastic set of matchups coming up for you today. Again, between the top two teams in the Alaska Baseball League, the Oilers trying to get yet another couple wins in their extended road trip. We were supposed to have the first game of this set yesterday, but due to some precipitation in the area, it was postponed until today. But conditions look good, Tucker, and we're set for a fantastic day of baseball.
Yeah, absolutely, and I was talking to Larry McCann. Actually, you're going to get the interview later, but he was saying the Oilers could definitely use that rest and recuperation yesterday. So hopefully they come out hyped and energetic for more baseball tonight.
It was certainly welcome for the Oilers, that rest and recuperation that you were talking about. We're going to take a quick timeout. When we come back, we'll go around the Alaska Baseball League and take a look at the latest conference standings. All that and more right here on the Sweeney's Clothing pregame show on ESPN.
The warehouse is open at Sweeney's Clothing in Soldotna. Come discover amazing deals with savings from 30 to 70% off on flannels, jeans, footwear, jackets, and a wide variety of summer essentials. Plus, they've got lots of new merchandise you didn't see last year. Whether you're heading to work, hitting the trails, or getting the family ready for summer, now's the time to stock up and save. Don't miss the warehouse sale at Sweeney's Clothing in Soldotna. Your workwear and outerwear headquarters for the whole family.
Let's talk about something that's not always top of mind, but still really important, life insurance. Because it offers financial protection for your loved ones and can help them pay for things like a mortgage, credit card debt, and even your children's education. Plus, life insurance is probably a lot more affordable than you think. And with State Farm, your local agent can help you understand your options and choose coverage that fits your needs and budget.
Hi, this is Christy Babcock, your local State Farm agent, still in Kenai, and now also at the Soldotna Y.
Welcome back. This is Peninsula Oilers Baseball live from Lee Jordan Field in Chugiak, Alaska. Dylan Simmons and Tucker Blau joining you on the Sweeney's Clothing pregame show. Let's take a look at the games going on around the Alaska Baseball League today. There is just two taking place, and they're both here between the Oilers and the Chinooks of Peninsula and Chugiak, respectively. The only action in the Alaska Baseball League. Yesterday, though, Chinooks and Oilers were supposed to play. That, of course, got postponed. So the only game of the day was the Mat-Su Miners taking on the Anchorage Glacier Pilots, and the Pilots pulled a heck of an upset at Mulcahy Stadium. They win 4-1 over Mat-Su in that contest. The Oilers will be at Mulcahy tomorrow to take on the Anchorage Bucks. And taking a look at the Alaska Baseball League standings, the Chugiak Eagle River Chinooks at 9-4 overall, Oilers at 8-5 right behind them. Again, the winners of today's doubleheader games will determine who is in the league in the ABL standings. Mat-Su is at 6-5 right behind Peninsula. The Bucks are at 6-7, and the Anchorage Glacier Pilots standing at 3-11 in the latest ABL standings. When we come back, we will hear from Coach Larry McCann on our Coach's Corner segment about what the Oilers need to do do today to get back in the win column and take first place in the Alaska Baseball League? Tucker Blau will have that for you in just a moment, right here on the Sweeney's pregame show on ESPN.
Your health matters every day, not just when you're sick. At Peninsula Community Health Services, we're here to keep you well with personalized primary care and preventative services for the whole family. From checkups and screenings to managing ongoing conditions, our caring team is ready to help you stay ahead of your health. Don't wait. Take the first step toward feeling your best today. Call PCHS at 907-262-3119 or online at pchsak.org.
Peninsula Community Health Services. Healthcare for all.
Upstairs at Beeman's, talking with Steve. Beeman's is full of summer sports gear. Ain't that right, Steve?
It is, Matt. So in soccer, we have a lot of youth soccer, shoes and shin guards and balls and socks. Softball and baseballs, well, we have a really limited selection of mitts from Rawlings. We haven't gotten them all in yet. So we have batting gloves and cleats and balls and bats. We have baseballs and footballs and basketballs and tennis balls and a great selection of bikes.
You'll find upstairs at Beeman's, located on the Kenai Spur Highway in Soldotna. Gentle Dental in Soldotna proudly welcomes Dr. Perkins to the practice. He brings a remarkable background from studying in France to earning a degree in microbiology and a DMD, graduating near the top nationality. With over 5,000
Are we going to be good for that interview to play?
Dentistry and decades in anesthesiology, he delivers advanced, comfortable care. Dr. Perkins has been recognized among America's top
All right,
dentists
sounds good.
and
I'll
enjoys
intro it.
serving Alaska communities. Gentle Dental continues providing trusted modern care. Call 907-262-8834 for your next appointment.
And now let's take a welcome back to the field. The pregame show's Coach's Corner on ESPN 1140 and 96.9.
Welcome back. This is Oilers Baseball on ESPN, and this is the Coach's Corner on the Sweeney's Clothing pregame show. Our very own Tucker Blau got a chance to talk to Larry McCann just a few moments ago about what the Oilers need to do today going into this big doubleheader against the Chinooks.
Welcome back to the Sweeney's pregame show. I'm Tucker Blau here with first base coach and infield coach Larry McCann. Great. It's finally cleared up for you guys.
Yeah, we're getting an opportunity to play, and everybody's looking forward to this series. Apparently, is what I forgot the announcer guy's first name, but he said, yeah, everybody on TV is talking about it. So yeah, we're fortunate we get to play, and it's a doubleheader. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, Dylan Simmons, the other broadcaster, here with us on this road trip. He's been hyping me up too about it. It's top two teams in the league as it stands right now. So big series. Rained out yesterday. You got that off day. Is that a good thing for the team to kind of rest and recuperate, or you kind of wish you could have played and stayed in the mode?
No, you know what? I actually think because we played 9 days in a row, I know it's a doubleheader, but it's 2-7, so it kind of gives us a little relief on the pitching as well as with the day off. So I think it was a good thing for us just to be able to play 4 games, then we'll play a doubleheader, play 3 more games, 3 more times. So it's a good little break in between.
Yeah, absolutely. And speaking of pitching, do you know who's on the mound tonight?
KP Prendez.
Absolutely. And what can we expect to see from him?
Well, he doesn't have he's not velocity, but he's 85 to 87, and he those breaking balls, change up, and keeps them off balance. So up here, if you just pitch to contact and hit a lot of fly balls, and hopefully we get at him. That's what we did last time. He went 8 innings, and I think it was 8 innings, and he had a strong performance, and we couldn't stop the bleeding in that last inning. We're up 2-0, and then they Bucks ended up scoring 3 runs on us. But I look for a good outing for him today in the first game.
Yeah, we've had a lot of games this year where it came down to the wire, whether you were on the winning or the losing side of it. And I'm glad to see this Oilers team is playing all the way through 9 innings and grinding all the way to the end.
Yeah, we talk to him every day like, hey, man, let's show up. If we show up the first 4 innings, like, man, we'll probably get out to a lead and we'll have more of an opportunity at the end of the game. We won't have to, try to score 5 or 6 runs at the end of the game. But we've been able to do it, and we've fallen short a couple times. But like I said, if we can come out.
Hey, are you going to do I bring it back to you after the interview, or do I just go to break?
Bring it back to me.
Okay.
Hopefully you can get at least 1, hopefully 2 wins here against what could be a preview of the championship.
Yeah, as far as, up to this point, yeah, these are 2 teams that are playing the best right now. So, we're not quite halfway point in the season yet, but, they can swing the bat and they throw strikes. So, that's part of the game. And as long as we can play defense, we should be okay.
Absolutely. Well, I'm looking forward to some great games tonight, and nice to meet you, Larry, again, and looking forward to some good games.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
And that was Tucker Blau with Larry McCann of the Peninsula Oilers baseball coaching staff. We appreciate Coach McCann for taking some time there. And looking back at that interview, what really stuck out to you about what he mentioned in this pregame interview, Tucker?
Yeah, he said that the whole team's been looking forward to this series against the Chinooks, and now they had that rest day yesterday. The bullpen, the pitching's all rested up. I think both teams are ready for a couple great matchups today.
It's going to be a couple of great matchups between the Oilers and Chinooks, like you mentioned, Tucker. Starting lineups are being introed here at Lee Jordan Field. They'll also have an America 250 pregame celebration coming up. We'll be right back in just a moment with our Genoir Towing and Recovery starting lineups right here on the Sweeney's Clothing pregame show on ESPN. Don't go anywhere. We will be right back.
This is Mark from Steam on Wheels. Wanted to talk to you about the Greer poly tanks that we are now stocking. We've got tank sizes from 1,000 gallon, 1,250, 1,500 gallons. What sets them apart from the competition is that they have up to a 10-foot bury depth. Sometimes you need a tank that can withstand more than 4 feet, and these are where these poly tanks really shine. We do have tanks in stock. As a customer, you can come by and pick them up, a contractor as well. Please give us a call at Steam on Wheels, 907-262-3240.
Dan's Automotive has the best customers in the world. What about Asia? We love Asia. We work on Toyotas, Hondas, Nissans, Hyundais, and Kias.
What about Amsterdam?
Do they even make cars?
No matter what
Hey, let's hold the ad longer, by the way.
We got you covered. Dan's Auto.
Okay.
Appreciate
Customers
it.
in Alaska, call 907-420-0416.
I'll tell them when to come back.
Fall is just around the corner. Are you ready?
Got it.
Appreciate it.
At Kenai Peninsula College, we're ready for you. Registration for the fall semester is now open, offering the classes you need close to home. And big news, our residence hall is now open. You can once again experience full campus life, build lifelong friendships, and live where you learn while taking classes at KPC or any UA campus. Don't wait. Secure your classes in your room today at kpc.alaska.edu. Find your place at KPC.
Looking for the toughest trailers and equipment on the Kenai? Head to White Spruce Trailer Sales on K Beach Road, your local dealer for TYM tractors. That's right, they have TYM tractors and implements. Anything from TYM pallet forks, box blades, snow removal, and more. Built to work as hard as you do. From sales to service, they've got the parts you need to keep your equipment running strong all year long. Speaking of service, White Spruce offers a full-service shop with special discounts for commercial companies because supporting local businesses matter. Looking for a solid job with great pay and room to grow? Dam Construction and Roofing is hiring roofers and general laborers across the Kenai Peninsula. They offer competitive pay based on experience, overtime opportunities, paid sick leave, and full-time seasonal work. No experience? No problem. If you're dependable, motivated, and ready to learn, they'll provide the opportunity. Join one of the Kenai Peninsula's fastest-growing roofing companies. Call 907-262-3996 today or visit dambuilt.com. Dam Construction and Roofing, building careers one roof at a time.
When trying to find a dentist, it can be challenging, and Ridgeway Family Dentistry knows this. Ridgeway is a new state-of-the-art facility offering you pain-free dentistry and is family-friendly. Even if you don't have time to have multiple appointments, Ridgeway Family Dentistry can complete all your treatment in one easy visit. At Ridgeway Family Dentistry, they know how important it is to have a smile and know how that can change your life. For your next dental appointment, call Ridgeway Family Dentistry at 262-8404.
The World Cup's coming, and everybody's talking
this.
defense. Here's a strategy that works long after the final.
Got it. Coming up.
Complete a no-needle, no-scalpel vasectomy is a safe, effective move. If you're done building your team, it may be time to strengthen your defense. Dr. Alvarez can perform your procedure in Soldotna or Homer. It's quick, comfortable, and a whole lot easier than chasing toddlers into extra time. Don't leave your future up to a lucky bounce. Call Peninsula Surgery and Aesthetics 907-235-1010 and schedule your no-needle, no-scalpel vasectomy. Score some peace of mind and enjoy the games.
The Sweeney's Clothing pregame show continues as we go around the horn with today's starting lineups. Brought to you by Genoir Towing and Recovery on ESPN.
Welcome back here on the Sweeney's Clothing pregame show. Dylan Simmons and Tucker Blau joining you live from Lee Jordan Field in Chugiak, Alaska. And it is time now for your Genoir Towing and Recovery starting lineups. If you need a tow or help recovering a vehicle or heavy equipment, call Genoir Towing and Recovery at 907-394-6068. We will start today with the Chugiak Eagle River Chinooks lineup. It'll be Reese Vassar leading off. He is the third baseman today. Blake Allen is number 2, and he is the shortstop for Chugiak. Phoenix West, the top batting average in the ABL. He is in the 3-hole today for Chugiak in left field. Cal With is the designated hitter wearing number 21. He'll be the cleanup man for the Chinooks. Austin Young is the catcher wearing number 10. Kai Butler is the center fielder, number 5 in the ABL in batting average. He is number 3. Luke Zermowski is the first baseman wearing number 55. Carter Reed is the right fielder wearing number 4. And Tate Green is the second baseman wearing number 7. And on the mound for the Chugiak Eagle River Chinooks today is Ollie Adams. Tucker, what does the Oilers lineup look like in this one?
Absolutely. Leading off for your Peninsula Oilers, we've got shortstop Shane Cannon. Batting second, playing right field, Brooks Hossenclaver. Playing left field tonight, and batting third, Mark Nellis. And those three, you're going to see hopefully a lot of production from the top of this Oilers lineup. Batting cleanup, DH Luke Lusky. Batting fifth, playing first base tonight, Owen Musel. Batting sixth, behind the plate, Reed Oakley. And then rounding out the bottom of the lineup in the bottom third, third base, Holiday. And the 250th anniversary makes this one just all that much more special. And in the Oilers' case, I believe they're playing the local men's league.
That is correct, yes, on July the 4th. That should be a fantastic outing. Make sure you come out to the ballpark on that day. Should be a really fun time for all involved. As for today, though, it's all about trying to take down the Chugiak. I think the big thing for the Oilers to keep in mind going against Adams today here, Tucker, is to make sure to take advantage of opportunities. That kind of hurt them against the Matsu Miners a couple days ago. Left too many men on base, didn't score enough runs.
Absolutely. Bringing those runners in is a huge thing for the Oilers. They've been pretty stinking good at getting those runners into scoring position, creating those opportunities. It's just a matter of breaking through when it matters.
All right, Shane Cannon will lead off for Peninsula here. And it'll be Cannon, Brooks Hossenclaver, and Mark Nellis at the top of the order for Peninsula in this contest against Ollie Adams. By the way, the top of the order brought to you by State Farm agent Christy Babcock. Here we go, game one of the doubleheader between the Chinooks and Oilers from Lee Jordan Field. And this will be a fastball delivered low for ball number 1 from Adams. Count goes to 1-0. Shane Cannon, now the top batter on this Oilers team by batting average, .333 on the season with 8 hits and 7 RBIs, and delivers a chopper to the left side here, picked up by the third baseman who gets it to first for a 5-3. Reese Vassar makes the play to Luke Zermowski for out number 1.
Weak contact off the bat of Cannon, but I thought with his speed and how slow that ball was hit, he might be able to get there ahead of it. Great play by Reese Vassar playing from that left side, and caught it up around his chest and made a quick transition and throw across his body to first base just in time to get the out.
Brooks Hossenclaver will come to the plate. Right fielder with a .324 average on the season, now tied for the ABL lead in RBIs with Finn Leach and fellow teammate Owen Musel with 10 total on the season. Lefty batter against Adams, and this pitch is delivered for a strike. Counted 0-1.
Hossenclaver with that torrid start to the season, hitting 2 home runs in the first series against the Glacier Pilots. Actually, it was back-to-back games, and I'd like to see him get back into that rhythm.
0-1 pitch delivered here by Adams. Here's a high drive deep to right field towards the corner, and it's going to land, looks like close to a car over there in the parking lot. May have caught a net instead. Count will be at 0-2.
That ball, I'd definitely say, had a home run distance, and with this lefty Hossenclaver at the bat, I'd say the parking lot might be in danger.
Yeah, the parking lot could very well be in danger, and there are a lot of cars here at Lee Jordan Field today parked out just beyond the outfield, so hopefully nobody's windshield gets shattered. 0-2 pitch, low this time from Adams, brings the count to 1-2. Also known as Oliver Adams from Indian Trail, North Carolina. Previously played for North Greenville University. And the NGU pitcher delivers a breaking ball here just to the outside for ball number 2. Thought for sure he was going to be able to catch the outside corner, but he was not. And that'll take the count to 1-2.
That was a gutsy take from Hassenclaver, but apparently he knew the zone well enough to take it, and it worked out for him. Takes ball 2.
Ball 2 coming up with a 2-2 count to Hassenclaver, 1 out, and Adams trying to strike him out. 2-2 pitch. Hassenclaver sends it in the air in left field. West trying to get up to it, and he will make the catch for out number 2. An F7 takes care of Hassenclaver, the right fielder, in the top of the first.
2 weak contacts off the bats of Oilers, off of Adams. One in the ground and one in the air. Hopefully you can start getting some more hard contact and level it out a little bit and get runners on base.
Mark Nellis playing in left field today. He's usually in center field when he's in the lineup, but working as the left fielder in this contest. Brady Brown instead is in center field, and he'll see what he can do against Ollie Adams. Delivers a bouncing ball up over the mound. The shortstop tries to slide to it, turns around and throws, but he's not going to be able to get it there in time, and Nellis able to get a single here on the top of the first. First man aboard for either side.
Yeah, I'm surprised Blake Allen was even able to get there, but with as slow as that ball was hit up the middle, he was just able to make the sliding grab, tried to spin and make a good throw to first, and there was just no way he was making that. A perfect placement off the bat of Nellis.
Yeah, like you said, because the ball was rolling so slow, Allen wasn't able to get up to it in time to make the throw to first, and that allows Nellis to get on base. Luke Lusky is to the plate, working as the designated hitter for this game. Cleanup man in the order. Trying to get Nellis off further as this is fouled off toward the right side. Brings the count to 0-1. Lusky with 38 at-bats on the season, 8 total hits, 6 RBIs, and a .211 average so far for the Oilers.
He certainly has home run power. I saw him put a few out in batting practice. It's just a matter of getting in the right headspace here in the game.
Yeah, we've all seen it throughout the year that Lusky certainly has that capability. It's just a matter of putting it all together in an at-bat. 0-1 pitch is delivered. Here's a drive towards left. It's bounced into the third baseman's glove, and he throws to second in time to get the out on Mark Nellis. Reese Vassar making the play. So that'll put an end to the top half of the first inning. Mark Nellis gets on with a single, but no errors and no runs scored for the Oilers here in this frame. Your score after one frame is 0-0 between the Oilers and the Chinooks. Back in just a moment on ESPN with the Oilers on defense.
Hi, this is Justin Ruffridge. There's nothing like a small town. It's real community. And that's one of the reasons I'm raising my family here. It's also why I own and operate Soldotna Professional Pharmacy, because I believe a small-town pharmacy is where people get the best care. Our customers aren't just customers. You're our friends and neighbors. Stop by at 299 North Binkley in Soldotna for hometown-friendly service. I'm Justin Ruffridge, and I'm here to serve you.
Looking for fun for the whole family that they will love? Head over to Jumpin' Junction on K Beach Road, the Peninsula's entertainment center for all ages. Play in the arcade, dive into the active VR game room, glow it up with blacklight mini golf, bounce on inflatable fun, and grab a snack at the snack bar. Birthdays, work parties, and so much more. You can book them now at Jumpin' Junction on K Beach Road. Jumpin' Junction, where there's fun for the whole family.
Welcome back. This is Oilers Baseball on ESPN. Dylan Simmons and Tucker Blau joining you from Chugiak, Alaska. After one frame of baseball on the Three Bears Alaska scoreboard, it is 0-0 between your Oilers and the Chinooks. Mark Nellis was able to leg out a single in that top of the first inning, but otherwise nothing for the Oilers in that frame. Kian Prendez on the mound. He will face off with Reese Vassar, the third baseman, followed by Blake Allen and Phoenix West. A pretty formidable first three for Chugiak in this game.
Absolutely, the top third of the order for the Chinooks is absolutely brutal, but if anybody can do it, Prendez can. We'll see what he has in store for us.
Vassar with a .324 average on the season and 3 RBIs, but Prendez a 0.69 ERA. Here's a drive over the head of the second baseman Luke Skinner for a base hit. Vassar wasting no time. He's got a leadoff single for the Chinooks here in the bottom of the first.
Absolutely, and that was just an excellent piece of hitting. Lines it perfectly oppo right over the head of second baseman Luke Skinner. I thought he might be able to get up to it, but I think his jump was just a little late and snuck over him. Now the Oilers with a double play opportunity here in the first.
That'll bring Blake Allen, the shortstop, to the plate. Your infield for the Oilers, Holubowski at third, Cannon at short, Skinner at second, Musil at first. Runner at first is Reese Vassar. Here's a ground ball delivered up the middle. Skinner can't make a play on it. Vassar moving around second, digging for third, and he will take it without a throw. Runners at the corners for the Chinooks as Allen makes it back-to-back singles for Chugiak.
That ball off the bat of Allen, just enough to get by Skinner's headlong dive at second base. I think if he gets there, he gets at least one at second because he's virtually directly next to the bag. Unfortunately, just beyond his outstretched glove. And now the Chinooks threatening, to say the least, with runners on first and third and nobody out.
Reed Oakley and Kian Prendez exchanging some signals before the next batter comes to the plate, and it's a good idea because Phoenix West has been on a heater this season. Top batting average in the Alaska Baseball League at .433, 3 RBIs and 13 total hits to also lead the Chinooks. Reese Vassar is at third with Blake Allen at first. And Allen's going. Here's the throw to second, and they will tag him out in time, it looks like. Yes, great throw by Oakley to Shane Cannon, and they're able to get Blake Allen for the first out.
Allen comes out aggressive, running on the first pitch, and it was a high fastball, which is exactly what Oakley wants, and drills a perfect shot, perfect strike to Skinner covering, not Skinner, that was Cannon covering second base to apply the tag. And all of a sudden, that's a huge difference. Runner on third with one out instead of first and third with none.
Breaking ball by Prendez to the outside for ball two. Fantastic throw by Oakley. Great tag by Cannon. And that eliminates some of the threat that the Chinooks would have, but they still have Vassar at third. And again, Phoenix West at the plate, who's been oh so good to start the year. 2-0 pitch. Here's a ground ball through the right side for a base hit. That's going to bring in Vassar. West will have an RBI single here in the bottom half of the first inning, and the Chinooks on top 1-0.
RBI single for Phoenix West, and he has just been on fire this year, and the Oilers unable to do anything to stop it. Now he's on first base, and the Oilers can look to get an inning-ending double play. How big is that caught stealing now? Because if he slides in safely to second base there, that's a 2 RBI single.
Oh, it would have been absolutely massive had they not gotten that tag. Still, though, a run brought in by Phoenix West, his 14th hit of the season. Cal Whip will come to the plate for Chugiak. And Whip will watch a pitch come in high here for ball number one. Whip out of Pepperdine University. Hails from Santa Barbara, California, 6'1", 195, had 10 appearances this past year with a 100 batting average, played in 30 games in 2025 as well. Has a 1-0 pitch coming up from the southpaw Prendez that's delivered in for a strike. Count evens at 1-1.
Prior to these first two pitches to Whip, the top three in this order had seen a total of 4 pitches and hit 3 of them into play. So Chinook's game plan definitely seems to be on the aggressive side.
Yeah, they are not wasting any time with the bat so far. 1-1 pitch by Prendez finds the zone for a strike. The thing about Chugiak is the top of their order is really lethal, and it's hard to deal with them without suffering a little bit of damage. Guys like Vassar, Allen, and West have inflicted copious amounts of damage this season against unknown amounts of pitchers. 1-2 coming up here from Kian Prendez. Here's a ground ball that is gobbled up by the third baseman. Holubowski's got to hurry the throw, but he does get it there in time for the 5-3. Holubowski had to lay out to get the baseball, but did so, got up in time, and got the throw off to first to get Whip.
Absolutely electric play from the hot corner. Holubowski dives into the 5.5 gap to make the grab, stands to his feet, and makes the strong throw across the diamond just in time to nab Cal Whip.
Austin Young, the catcher, comes to the plate. That does advance the runner Phoenix West over to second. He's now in scoring position, but with 2 outs. Chinooks with 3 total hits so far in this bottom half of the first inning. This ball popped up onto the right side of the field. Hassenclaver camps underneath it, and he will make the catch for out number 3. So that takes care of this side of the order for Chugiak. However, they do put a run on the scoreboard, an RBI single from the league leader in batting average, Phoenix West. 1-0 from the Chinooks after 1 inning. Back for the top of the second in just a moment on ESPN.
I was told if you could sing it, you can remember. So I want to try this. First, if you ever need a tow truck for any reason, I want you to remember Genwar Towing 394-6068. Maybe you're on a date and you slide in the ditch. Call Genwar Towing 394-6068.
You really shouldn't sing.
Maybe I need more reverb. Genwar Towing.
Not so much. Genwar Towing 394-6068.
Play ball! Fairbucks is making savings easier than ever with new promotions that give you discounts no matter how much you spend. Enter your phone number at checkout to unlock active deals and rewards every time you shop. Not a member? No problem. Just scan the QR code in store and sign up in seconds. Start earning rewards at just $5 and get double rewards when you spend $50 or more. Don't miss out. Your rewards are tracked right on your receipt and easy to use in the app. Fairbucks. More savings, more rewards every time you shop.
Welcome back. This is Oilers baseball on ESPN. Dylan,
he can keep inducing those weak grounders. I don't think the Chinooks will be able to maintain that run an inning pace.
Owen Musil will come to the plate along with Brooks Hassenclaver and Finn Leach tied for the league lead in RBIs. Musil working again as the first baseman today. This is his 40th at-bat of the season. 10 hits, 10 runs batted in, 3 walks, and 3 doubles on the season thus far. .256 average for Musil. And he'll get the pitch here from Adams. Here's a chopper to the left side, picked up by the shortstop. Allen throws to first and gets it there in time for the 6-3. That is a quick out on Owen Musil on one pitch to start the top of the second.
Allen playing in the hole to make that grab. I thought it might have been deep enough in the hole. Musil might have been able to beat it out, but Allen almost looking like he was pulling some Ozzie Smith magic there as the ball seemed to just pop straight from his glove into his hand and made a straight hard throw across the diamond to get the out.
Yeah, the way he was able to adjust in that play was really sensational. Reed Oakley, the catcher, comes to the plate as this pitch is delivered for a strike by Ollie Adams, counted 0-1. Reed Oakley has weaved his way into this starting lineup more and more as the season has gone on, and he's done a pretty solid job behind the dish anytime he's been the starter throughout the season. Watches an 0-1 here come in low for ball number 1. Count goes to 1 ball, 1 strike.
Good take from Oakley, low and outside.
And of course, one thing I've been really impressed with is his development at the plate as this season has gone on. He's gotten a lot smarter about how he's handled certain pitches and certain pitchers. 1-1, well low this time by Adams. Count goes to 2 balls and 1 strike. Both teams really putting out their heavy hitters on the mound today. In theory, that would give you a low-scoring game, but as we've seen throughout the season so far, it could make... Just because you have the pitchers out there doesn't mean it's going to be predictable by any means. 2-1 delivered, check swing. Did he go around? They will say he did not. Toby Milam, first base umpire, made the call.
Yeah, absolutely. Predictable is not a word that I would attach to baseball or this season in particular. And definitely both offenses have the capability of getting to these pitchers.
3-1 pitch. That's inside for ball 4. That's another thing that Reed Oakley's gotten better about is forcing walks, and he becomes the second base runner for the Oilers today, tying run aboard for Peninsula in the top of the second.
Holubowski stepping up to the plate now for the Oilers. He had a great first game against the Miners and I don't think he picked up a hit in the second game, but he played off the bench in that first game, picked up 2 doubles and scored 2 runs. We could use one of those doubles right now with a runner on first and 1 out.
And we absolutely could. In many ways, he was the spark plug that helped the Oilers to win that game against Matsu. Checks the swing and fouls it off. Counted 0-1. Oakley now at first. Your umpiring crew today, Carson Jacobs is the third base umpire. Toby Milam is at first, and it is Jake Bunch behind the dish for our umpiring crew today. Of course, Jacobs more closely at second than he is to third here. 0-1 pitch. Ooh, well inside on the fastball. Count evens at 1-1. That's one that Adams kind of just had sail on him a little bit.
It's good to see 3 umpires on the field. As always, the more umpires, the better. And the more angles you can see of a play, the more chance you have of getting a correct call. So good to see more than 2 or sometimes even 1.
1-1 pitch, again inside for ball 2. Yeah, I have to agree. It's better to have a great quantity of umpires, and you want to have quality umpires out there no matter what, but it's always good to have an extra set of eyes in any circumstance, especially when it's a series that could be this big. 2-1 coming up for Holubowski. Working as the third baseman once again today. Oakley is at first. And this pitch misses for ball 3. Got to be honest, looking right at it, looked like a strike, but tough to tell from our vantage point. We're right about at field level. 3-1 coming up here to Holubowski.
Yeah, Bunch just seemed to have a little bit of a tighter strike zone all game, but as long as he's consistent, neither team can complain, and the Oilers certainly wouldn't complain about a couple people on base here.
3-1, there's strike 2. Count goes full for Jack Holubowski, who enters today's game with a .200 average, 5 total hits, 2 RBIs. He has forced 4 walks on the season in his 10 games played.
3 of those 5 hits are extra base hits, 3 doubles on the season. Of course, 2 coming in that game against Matt Sue just a few days ago.
Payoff pitch coming up here from Prendez. 3-2. Here's a ball popped up on the right side. Zarumsky trying to get after it. It will land over the fence, and the count remains full. This field has a pretty decent-sized foul ground, in a way kind of like Herman Brothers Field. Maybe not quite as big, but still pretty sizable.
Yeah, definitely not as big as Herman Brothers, but it definitely has some room to work with. Also, the bullpen's in play, just like Herman Brothers, on here at Lee Jordan.
Again, this is the only game, or I should say games, taking place today in the Alaska Baseball League. Everybody else has the day off. Oilers will face the Anchorage Bucks tomorrow at Mulcahy Stadium, and you can catch that game right here on ESPN with first pitch at 6 o'clock. Holubowski facing a payoff pitch with 1 out from Ollie Adams. 3-2 on the way, and this ball fouled off to the left side to keep the count full. You know, one thing that you noted before the game even started, Tucker, that is pretty fascinating to see is that both teams have red uniforms on, so outside of the pants, it's really hard to tell who's who.
Yeah, it's thank goodness that the Oilers are still wearing their gray road jersey pants and the Chinooks in their, of course, white home pants. But like you said, both teams in those almost identical red jerseys with the blue lettering. It's very difficult to tell them apart.
Payoff pitch coming up here to Holubowski. Adams delivers. Holubowski pops it up. This one should be in play. The second baseman, Tate Green, wants it, and he's got it for out 2.
Yeah, Holubowski just got way underneath that one, and that's exactly what the Chinooks wanted. Easy pop-up and keeping Oakley at first. Now with 2 outs, Oakley's going to be all the more impatient to get to second base, so I wouldn't be surprised if we see him steal sooner rather than later in Brown's at bat.
Brady Brown to the plate, working as the center fielder today. Usually when he's in the starting lineup, he's in right field, but working out of center field for the Oilers in this contest. Oakley still waiting over near first. Pitch delivered, fastball, swing and a miss for Brown. Count goes to 0-1.
I think with Musil at first base, they wanted Austin Claver in right field, and then they just shifted Nellis over to left and put Brown in center. So either way, this outfield for the Oilers is pretty good.
They've got really solid options all around, and that certainly helps in these situations. 0-1 coming up to Brady Brown. Delivers a fastball. Here's a ground ball through the right side. No, the second baseman gobbles it up and throws to first for a 4-3. How in the world did Tate Green get his glove on that baseball? Thought for sure it was going to get past him, but he got in position quickly to get the out. So that'll do it for the top half of the second inning, and your score remains after 1.5. It is 1-0 Chugiak in front of Peninsula. We'll be back for the bottom of the second and the Chinooks bats when we return on ESPN.
Everyone knows the struggle. The DMV keeps bankers hours while they're stuck at work. That's where AK Express rolls in to save the day. They handle the services people need, and that's why they want you. Open until 6 p.m. Monday through Friday and Saturdays 11 to 3. AK Express makes busy schedules easier. Conveniently located at the corner of K Beach and West Poppy Lane. Next to Everybody Rides Again. AK Express, where convenience is king.
World Cup soccer is here, and Martha's Cocina on Willow Street in Kenai is your game day headquarters. Catch every match on their mini TVs while enjoying authentic Mexican favorites, ice-cold Mexican beers, local brews, and the Peninsula's best margaritas from the full bar. Bring the family, bring your soccer crew, and make every match a celebration. Need catering for your next event? Just ask. Martha's Cocina next to Kenai Cinemas and Acapulco Mexican Restaurant in Soldotna.
Welcome back. This is Oilers baseball on ESPN. Dylan Simmons and Tucker Blau joining you for the bottom half of the second inning. And through 1.5 innings so far, it is 1-0 Chugiak in front of Peninsula. 3 hits for the Chinooks, just 1 for the Oilers so far. Oilers have had 2 men on base, Mark Nellis and Reed Oakley, but have not been able to score either one of them yet. Kian Brendez had a little bit of trouble with the start of the lineup, I should say, for Chugiak in the bottom of the first. We'll see how he does here when he faces off against Kai Butler, Luke Zoromski, and Carter Reed, 6, 7, and 8, due up in the order.
Absolutely. The Oilers stranding one in both innings that they've been on the offensive side of the ball. And we talked about it before those games. Those runners, every runner left on base is a missed opportunity, and that's kind of been the story of the Oilers so far this season, looking to score those runners as the season progresses.
Breaking ball by Prendez is issued for a strike. Counted 0-1. Butler's had a pretty solid season in his own right for the Chinooks, and you may add to it right here as he drives one towards right, but the catch will be made easily by Hassenclaver for out 1.
Efficient first out for Prendez, and he records 1 out on 2 pitches, and hopefully he can maintain that pace.
Well, a lot of times pitchers, especially early in a game, have to sometimes take a moment to warm up a little bit and get comfortable with the rhythm and flow of a game, for lack of a better term, and maybe that's what Prendez just needs here, a little bit to get acclimated to what Chugiak's doing. Luke Zoromski to the plate. He pops one up foul. It's going to land somewhere behind us toward the concourse. Counted 0-1.
Yeah, I like that theory. He he let off singles in the first 3 hitters consecutively, and now has retired 3 straight. So maybe he's acclimated just a little bit to this Chinooks lineup.
0-1 coming up from the southpaw. Delivers this one just outside for ball 1. Zoromski, a junior out of Arizona Christian University, hails from Pacifica, California. 6'1", 210 pounds, had a .342 average this past season with 54 total hits. Great pickup for Chugiak. Watches a 1-1 come in high and tight for ball 2. Also played for Butte College in 2024 and 25 and had a .411 average for Butte College in 2025. So Zoromski, a very solid talent to say the least. He's going to send a fly ball foul towards the right side. Count goes to 2-2.
Good pitch from Prendez, able to get back into a 2-strike count. Now he can really go after the hitter in a 2-2.
2 balls and 2 strikes coming up for Luke Zoromski right here. Nobody on base with 1 out. Prendez places this one just high for ball 3.
That was a gutsy take, as I've said before, from Zoromski, and unfortunately for the Oilers, Prendez didn't get the call.
Yeah, it was a gutsy take. Prendez was hoping that he would dig after that, decided not to. Here's the payoff. 3-2, drives it foul toward the left side, and the count stays full for Luke Zoromski. He's doing a really good job of hanging in there.
Yeah, Zoromski was way out ahead of that one, but able to slow his bat down just enough to, he got all of it. It just wasn't a very hard swing, and line it out over the foul territory.
3-2 from Prendez, swing and a miss, and that pitch hit the mark perfectly for Kian Prendez. That's his first strikeout of the game as he gets Zoromski swinging, and that is 2 away in the bottom of the second.
Both teams relatively good with their bat to contact skills tonight. That's the first strikeout of the game for either side, and a big pitch from Kian Prendez. Now he can go after Carter Reed for the 3rd out.
Carter Reed, the right fielder today for Chugiak in this first game. A junior out of Messiah University. That's a college that has a heavy influence on Chugiak this season, as the pitch from Prendez is low. Several players from Messiah or the Masters University. Past year for Messiah, Carter had a .315 average with 52 hits, 32 RBIs, and 11 doubles on the season. 1-0 from Prendez is high and a little bit to the inside for ball number 2.
You'd like to see Prendez get back in the zone here in a 2-0 count, especially against the bottom of the lineup.
Big opportunity for a 1-2-3 inning here for Kean Prendez. 2-0 is going to, again, go high for ball 3.
It seems like he's missing high just a little bit. Hopefully he can try to stay through his pitches a little more and bring it down a little bit.
3-0 pitch coming up for Reed, who may have a chance here to draw a 4-pitch walk after Prendez had seemingly settled in this second inning. That's more like it. Gets a strike there at the top part of the zone to bring the count to 3-1.
A little bit of a late call from home plate umpire Jake Bunch. I was afraid he called it high again, but sure enough, that one caught the top of the zone.
3-1 pitch. Here's a ground ball right to Holubowski. Third baseman throws to first, and that will be a 5-3 that puts an end to the second inning. A 1-2-3 inning for Kean Prendez and the Peninsula Oilers, and it remains a 1-0 game. Chinooks on top. We'll be back for the top of the third in just a moment right here on ESPN.
Cuts, fractures, sprains, burns, fishhooks, and workplace accidents. Odyssey Urgent Care treats the injuries that can't wait. Need stitches? They perform laceration repairs right here. Got a fishhook where it doesn't belong? Well, they can help with that too. With on-site x-ray services, splinting, braces, and expert injury care, you can get diagnosed and treated in one convenient visit. Conveniently located in Kenai in the Odyssey Family Practice Building. Open Monday through Saturday, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. Walk in or call 907-283-8400. Odyssey Urgent Care.
Hazardous trees are such a problem here on the Kenai Peninsula, but they have to be handled, and the place to call is AK Tree Solutions. With many years of experience in residential hazardous tree removal, they offer guaranteed customer satisfaction, and they're very accommodating. AK Tree Solutions also offers tree pruning, and they're licensed and insured. Get those hazardous trees off your property today. Call AK Tree Solutions, 907-398-2903. That's 907-398-2903.
Welcome back here on ESPN. Dylan Simmons and Tucker Blau with you for the top half of the third inning. And on the Three Bears Alaska scoreboard, it is Chinooks 1, Oilers nothing. 3, it's for Chugiak, 1 for Peninsula. Play-by-play for third and fourth inning goes to Mr. Tucker Blau. Tucker, take it away.
Thank you, Dylan. Appreciate you. The Oilers, as he said, are trailing 1-0, but the pitcher for the Oilers, Kean Prendez, has retired 5 straight after allowing those 3 singles to lead off the game. So the momentum hopefully starting to shift back towards the Oilers. The Oilers have got runners on base in both innings on the offensive side of the ball. That came by a single off the bat of Mark Nellis and a walk issued to Reed Oakley. Unfortunately, both of those hitters stranded on the base paths in the first and second innings, respectively. Due up for the Oilers in the inning is the 9-hole hitter Luke Skinner, and then we'll turn over to the top for Shane Cannon and Brooks Hossenclaver. Luke Skinner stepping into the box for his first at-bat of the day. Still facing Ollie Adams, who has now faced 8 hitters and allowed only 2 on base via hit and walk. First pitch from Adams is low for a ball. Strike one. 0-1 the count. Skinner steps back into the box, ready for the 0-1. Adams on the mound, steps back, the leg kick and the delivery. Swung through for strike 2, and Skinner falls behind quickly. 0-2 the count now on the second baseman.
Skinner with a 0.91 average on the season. This is his 23rd at-bat, trying to get his 3rd hit of the year right here.
Skinner looking to turn the season around offensively, and Adams steps back for the 0-2. Squared to bunt, pulled back for ball 1. 1-2 the count now. The Oilers, a team that tends to bunt more frequently than you'll see most.
Yeah, they do, and that's interesting that he went for the bunt despite having 2 strikes. Skinner with a pretty bold proposition there. We'll see if he tries something like that again.
I think he was definitely counting on the element of surprise. Now the 1-2 pitch is swung through for strike. Okay, so that was just strike 2. So I thought that the first pitch was a ball. The scoreboard showed strike, so I called it as a strike. But sure enough, it was just strike 2. So 2-2 is the count now on Luke Skinner. Fouled back and away. Skinner staying alive. And what feels to me like already a strikeout at bat. So a bonus, and 2-2 is the count.
Yeah, and that makes more sense why he was going for a bunt on a 2-1 count. I was curious. I was like, why in the world would you go for it on a 1-2? But it makes a lot more sense now.
The 2-2 pitch from Adams. Steps back, the leg kick and the pitch. inside for ball 3. Good take from Skinner, and now it's full count.
Yeah, this is going to be a big payoff pitch. Oilers haven't been able to get a couple of guys on base in a row. If you could get the leadoff man on, it'd be huge for Peninsula here.
Payoff pitch from Adams. Late kick popped up in the shallow outfield. Shortstop Allen ranging back to make the over-the-shoulder grab and record the first out of the inning. So Skinner battles back from 2 strikes. Unfortunately, not able to get on base. But now we roll over to the top of the lineup with 1 out here in the 3rd inning.
Yeah, that was a really nice job, nonetheless, by Skinner to, like you said, battle back and at least give himself a chance to maybe get one into the outfield. Going to bring us back to the top of the order to Cannon.
Of course, the top of the order is brought to you by State Farm agent Christy Babcock. Protect yourself and your assets by putting Christy and her team at the top of your lineup. Stepping into the box for the Oilers, Shane Cannon, 0 for 1. Grounded out to 3rd base in the first at-bat of the game. He's going to take a ball for ball 1, 1-0 the count.
Grounded out to 3rd, like you said, his first time up. Continues to be that guy who's really the generator of this offense, especially early on in an inning.
The 1-0. Low and outside off the shin guard of catcher Austin Young. Ball 2. We saw him initiate, or not initiate, but he was definitely the centerpiece of that rally last night that almost brought the Oilers back. Sorry, that was not last night. That was 2 nights ago.
2 nights ago, yes.
And huge double down the left field line. The 2-0. Grounded hard left side. That's going to be fair off the base and gets by the 3rd baseman, Reese Vassar. He's around first base. He's going to slide into second with a double. That's a 1-out double for Shane Cannon. And now you've got Brooks Hassenclaver stepping into the box with 1 out and a runner in scoring position.
Yeah, you mentioned a couple nights ago against Matsu, he helped to create that rally against the Miners late, and he had a 2-run double in that contest. Here it's a ground ball double that goes right over the 3rd base bag. Nothing that Reese Vassar could have done about that. It was just a sharply hit ball right in the perfect spot. What a double by a guy who continues to impress for the Oilers this season.
Yeah, Vassar, valiant attempt laying out full extension towards the line, but even if he might have been able to get there, the ball caromed off the bag and bounced way over him into shallow left field, so there was no chance. Now Hassenclaver steps into the box. He's going to take a pitch on the low outside corner for strike 1. 0-1 the count on Hassenclaver. Cannon leads off second base after that double down the left field line just moments ago.
And the crazy thing is, despite how good Chugiak's bats looked early on, Oilers still have a chance to tie the game right here in this inning.
0-1 the count from Adams. Low for ball 1. 1-1 the count. Hassenclaver flew out to left in his first plate appearance. That was back in the 1st inning.
Has a chance to force his 20th walk of the season today in one of these 2 games against Chugiak.
And the 1-1 from Adams. Well, first he looks back at Cannon, dancing back and forth. Now the pitch. Line deep to right field. The right fielder ranges back. He's not going to get there. It's over his head into the fence. Hassenclaver's around first. Cannon's going to score easily. And a stand-up RBI double for Brooks Hassenclaver ties this game up at 1 here in the 3rd inning.
We said that he's had that capability all season. He's proven it time and time again. And what a shot into the gap in right center field. Carter Reed and Kai Butler were already too far ahead when they saw that ball going overhead. What a shot by Hassenclaver. And by virtue of that, he becomes the RBI leader in the Alaska Baseball League with his 11th.
We were talking about the potency of the top of the lineup for the Chinooks. 3 consecutive singles. How about the Oilers? Back-to-back doubles to lead off the top of their order. Stepping now into the box for the Oilers, Mark Nellis with the lone hit before this inning for the Oilers. He fouls off the first pitch for strike 1. He steps up with Hassenclaver on second base and only 1 out.
Got a single back in the first, kind of legged it out as it was driven up the middle. Allen tried to get the throw off in time but couldn't. Nellis, a very speedy guy on the base paths as well. That's one thing the Chinooks want to try to avoid here.
Nellis steps into the box, ready for the 0-1 pitch. The go-ahead run leads off second base in the form of Brooks Hassenclaver. And the 0-1. Low for ball 1, 1-1. Hassenclaver with that shot of a double in the right center gap tying this game up at 1. Cannon scoring from second base after a double of his own.
Yeah, 2 straight extra base hits for the Oilers. That just goes to show you that this team, they can match the Chinooks for potency in hitting.
Now a bloop shot to right field. That's going to hang up for the right fielder Reed. It's not going to be quite enough to advance Hassenclaver to third. So Nellis puts the bat on it. Unfortunately, just a little too much air under it. An easy play for Reed.
Yeah, Reed almost overplayed that baseball, though, as it flew over to right field. He got underneath it, and then it kind of sailed on him a little bit, had to backtrack at the last moment. Still was able to make the catch, but a close call. However, not a complete waste of an out by Nellis. He does get Hassenclaver over to third. Could make it a little easier here for Luke Lusky.
I believe Hassenclaver is still on second base, unfortunately, for the Oilers. Stepping into the box now for the Oilers is Luke Lusky with the last chance to go take the lead here in the third inning with the go-ahead run on second base. Lusky takes a ball and now ready for the 1-0 from Adams. Adams looking back at Hassenclaver, and now the pitch. Lined right side, will it be enough to get through? And it's a bobble, a sliding grab by the second baseman Green as he came up to make the throw to first. We've seen him make that play a couple times today. It just came out of his glove and onto the turf, and so an infield single, I believe we'd call that. Maybe an error. What do you think?
I'm going to say it's an E4 because I think Green had eyes to try to get Lusky at first and probably would have had a chance to do so. So I'm going to say an E4 for now. We'll see how they score it. And yes, they are going to call that an error on Chugiak. So runners at the corners now officially for the Oilers with 2 outs. That's a potential massive mistake from Tate Green.
I believe so. And like you said, that was a stellar play just in order to make the play. But once he had made the grab, the error comes on the transition into his hand, because once he had made the grab, he did have a chance to get that out at first base. Owen Musil, who just moments ago lost the RBI lead to his teammate Hassenclaver in the ABL. Now with the chance to tie it right back up with Hassenclaver himself standing on third base. He's going to take ball 1, now ready for the 1-0 from Adams. Low for ball 2, 2-0 the count.
Yeah, and I challenged Tim and Brooks both back at the Airbnb. Hey, you guys are tied for the league lead in RBIs. I want to see that tie broken, but I also wanted to see both of them get those RBIs. So we've already got Brooks with 1, and hey, maybe Owen can get his 11th right here.
As you said, an off day for the rest of the league, so Leach, who's the other tie for first place in the RBI column, he's not playing, so Hassenclaver now with sole possession of first, and Musil with a chance. Well, now it's just a inter-team battle, or inside the team battle.
Inter-squad battle.
Inter-squad.
Yes.
Musil takes strike 1, 2-1 the count.
The uniforms, it kind of looks like an inter-squad game today.
And the 2-1 pitch. Called strike 2 on the low outside corner, 2-2. The count now on Musil. Musil grounded out to short in his first plate appearance. Now comes up in a big spot for the Oilers.
Musil has delivered 3 extra base hits on the season, a .256 average entering today's game. Has struck out 10 times this year, so pretty aggressive at the plate. We'll see what happens here.
Courtesy pickoff from Adams towards Lusky at first. Lusky reached first on that E4, an error on a ground ball to the second baseman Green, who made a great play just in order to get in front of it and then messed up the transition. First and third, Lusky leads off first and Hassenclaver off third. Musil in the box, ready for the 2-2. Runner goes, swung through for strike 3, and that will end the inning. A big pitch from Adams gets him out of the jam. Not quite enough to keep the lead, though. The Oilers pick up 1 on a huge RBI double off the bat of Brooks Hassenclaver. Oilers pick up 1 run on 2 hits, 1 error, and 2 left on base. We'll head to the bottom of the third. The Chinooks bringing up Tate Green and then back to the top of the lineup for Reese Vassar and Blake Allen. Right here on ESPN Radio, 96.9 FM.
Ready to spice up your day? Playa Azul Mexican Restaurant in Kenai is serving up bold, authentic Mexican food made with love and packed with flavor. New to town or just passing through, this is your must-stop spot for amazing variety, unbeatable prices, and all your favorites. Enjoy the free salsa bar and kick back with cold beer or a glass of wine. Located just past the last traffic light in Kenai, headed north. Playa Azul is where the fiesta never ends. Come hungry, leave happy. Playa Azul Mexican Restaurant.
As we head into the summer months, don't forget all your summertime workwear and outerwear at Sweeney's Clothing in Soldotna. Right now, take advantage of great deals such as extra tough apparel at 20% off, including t-shirts and sweatshirts. Don't miss the cozy comfort of fleece blankets, $24.95. Levi jeans, 20% off. Hats and socks, 20% off. Also be sure to check out the exclusive 250th anniversary t-shirts. There's always new things coming in at Sweeney's Clothing in Soldotna, your workwear and outerwear headquarters for the whole family.
Welcome back to Lee Jordan Field. The Oilers recently tying up the game at 1 off an RBI double off the bat of Brooks Hossenclaver. Now on the defensive side, Kane Prendez back on the mound. He's pitched 2 innings, only allowed, he has allowed 3 hits and 1 run. That came back in the first inning. He's since retired 5 batters straight.
Yes, he has, and that second inning was really good as far as adjusting to what he saw from these Chinooks batters. Got a 1-2-3 inning against Kai Butler, Luke Zaromsky, and Carter Reed. Now he faces Tate Green.
Tate Green stepping into the box for the Chinooks. He's going to take ball 1-0 the count.
It'll be Green, Vassar, and Blake Allen. And again, he's going to face that top of the order soon. So how will he adjust to them this time around?
The top of the order has been kind of the story of the game for both sides. All 5 of the 6 hits in the game so far have come from the top 3. Actually, no, all 6 hits have come from the top 3 in the order for both sides. After the called strike, the 1-1 from Prendez swung through for strike 2. Just an excellent pitch in the dirt and got Green to chase.
Green, a sophomore out of Angelo State, hails from Allen, Texas, a really good place for high school athletics, not just in baseball, but in football as well.
Prendez ready for the 1-2. Late kick and the delivery, low and outside for ball 2, 2-2 on Green.
Yeah, Green's got an interesting story. He actually transferred into Angelo State from Central Arkansas, where Brooks Hossenclaver will be playing next year.
Green now the chance to answer Hossenclaver's RBI double just a few minutes ago to tie this game at 1. And the 2-2 popped up right side. Musil is going to break for it, but it's going to be well out of play for strike. I guess it's already strike 2. 2-2 the count still.
Yeah, Prendez took his time on that pitch, was trying to size up Green with what he wanted to use. Took an extra second to maybe take an extra breath, think about it a little bit. Sometimes you want to do that.
The 2-2, grounded hard right side and foul again. Consecutive foul balls and a 2-strike count. And Green putting up a battle here.
That ball went all the way towards the Oilers bullpen. And like you mentioned earlier in the game, Tucker, these are bullpens that are right in foul territory here at Lee Jordan Field. Could create for some interesting situations later.
The 2-2 pitch from Prendez. High for ball 3, and just a great at-bat from Tate Green. Works a full count now. And the worst thing, or not the worst thing, but something you definitely don't want to do if you're Keen Prendez is allow this 9-hole hitter on base with the top of the lineup due up. So you definitely want this out right here. The payoff pitch from Prendez as he steps back and the delivery. Grounded hard back up the middle. Shortstop Skinner diving play. The throw to first is spiked. That was the shortstop Shane Cannon who made a great play up the middle just in order to get there. And he came up and maybe had a chance. I don't know. It was going to be really tight with the speed of Green and just spiked the throw to first base.
Yeah, Green was probably going to make it to first base regardless, but I will give it to Cannon. Like you said, his ability to dive after that ball and collect it was pretty darn impressive, and it took what could have been an extra base hit into just a single. So credit to Cannon for that. Here comes Kadem Tharp out of the dugout.
Kadem Tharp coming out for a mound meeting with Prendez. Green with the first is the first base runner for the Chinooks since the first inning when Phoenix West singled and got stranded at second base. The Chinooks had 3 base runners, but one of those was Blake Allen, who got caught stealing second base, which turned out to be a huge out after a single would have brought him in, and this game would be 2-1 if it wasn't for that strike of a throw from Oakley.
It's the little things a lot of times in these games that help determine the winner, especially early on. Things that may seem insignificant in the moment, they can turn out to be huge later, even in a 7-inning game like this one.
And a little thing right there was Tate Green, a single up the middle on a ground ball that he managed to leg out on a great play by Cannon. And now he's on first base with nobody out for the top of the lineup. Poked right side. That's going to be picked up by Skinner. He's going to flip it to first. Not in time. And the top of the lineup, Reese Vassar, legs out an infield single for his second hit of the game.
Yeah, that ball kind of rolled slowly to Skinner, and I think he may have just underestimated the speed at which Vassar was going to be able to get up the base path and over to first base, and as a result got caught off guard by that, and all of a sudden Chugiak, 2 runners aboard with still no outs. That's why speed can kill, especially here in the ABL.
With runners on first and second and still nobody out, Blake Allen steps into the box. He's 1 for 1. Now flies one into the left center gap. Mark Nellis ranging over, leaves it up for the center fielder Brown, who makes the grab. Runner tags for third. He's going to get in safely. And a fly out off the bat of Blake Allen. Now Phoenix West stepping into the box with runners on the corners and 1 out.
That ball had a tremendous amount of distance into left center field. It was just the hang time that allowed Mark Nellis to get underneath it and get that out. But like you said, it advanced Green over to third, so all of a sudden what will be the potential leading run for Chugiak is 90 feet away from home plate.
Different look in the outfield for the Oilers tonight, with Mark Nellis shifting into left and Brady Brown in center, so good to see them still able to communicate out there. Now the first pitch to Phoenix West in a huge spot with runners on the corners and just 1 out. He's going to take a ball low and away for ball 1. West is 1 for 1. Got stranded at second in the first inning.
Yeah, delivered an RBI single as well in that first inning to bring in Reese Vassar. And beg your pardon about that. Yes, Brown in center field. Again, we're so used to Nellis being out there that it's easy to say that he's in center, but it's actually Brown in center tonight with Nellis in left.
Yeah, certainly not something we're used to. Next pitch is off speed, just inside for ball 2.
But again, that demonstrates the versatility that these guys have. Not that there's a massive difference, but there is somewhat of a difference in play style sometimes between left and center. So good to see that you've got guys who can do both of those things.
West in a hitter's count. The 2-0 popped up left side. Holubowski ranging over towards the Chinooks dugout is going to run well out of room. First strike to West brings it to 2-1.
Of course, we talked about Phoenix West earlier in this broadcast, but just having a sensational season, leads the entire ABL in RBIs, or in average, 433. Only 4 RBIs on the season. Pretty low number considering how often he gets on base, but he makes the most of his opportunities nonetheless.
And the 2-1 pitch from Prendez. Check swing called strike on a great off-speed from Kane.
Yeah, it was a great off-speed pitch by Prendez toward the top part of the zone. West kind of dug after it. If he could get a strikeout here, it would be massive, especially with West at the plate.
It's an absolute huge pitch right here from Prendez. Popped up left side. Holubowski ranging all the way back into foul territory towards the Chinooks dugout. He's going to run out of room yet again. And West stays alive in the 2-strike count.
West is not an easy guy to take out in these situations, fair or not. He's only struck out 3 times this season. That's why he's got such a high batting average. Super patient at the plate, very decisive about what he sees. So it's a Herculean effort to take him out without damage.
Prendez ready for the 2-2. Off speed, fouled back and away. And a great battle between Prendez and West here.
That's a great demonstration of exactly why he's so good. His ability to make contact with any pitch he sees, whether it's a breaking ball, off speed, or fastball. He can find a way to make it work. Did that with Harding University this past year as well, and doing it so far with Chugiak in 2026.
Prendez ready for his 3rd consecutive 2-2 delivery. Lined right side, ranging in, and unable to make the grab is Brooks Hossenclaver. He does manage to stop it. 1 run will come home. That's Tate Green from third base. Vassar reaches third, and RBI single for West. His 2nd RBI single of the day gives the Chinooks the lead.
I just said his RBI numbers are surprisingly low considering how good he's been this year, but he is quickly picking that up. Again, a pretty simple loop shot down towards right field. Hossenclaver was playing pretty far back, tried to come up to it, and almost was able to make the sliding catch, but just unable to. But again, a good job just to get in front of it and keep it in front of him to make sure that no more runs scored.
The good piece off the bat of West, just as he said, barely managed to drop in front of Hossenclaver. First pitch to Whip is called, a ball 1-0. is the count on Whip. His runners on the corners and 1 out.
6 hits for Chugiak in just 2 innings. That's discounting the second inning in which they went 1, 2, 3. Pretty amazing the stretch they've had.
Fouled back and away for strike 1. 1-1 on the DH.
And again, this top part of the order. 5 combined hits between the first 3 batters for Chugiak in this game. That's probably where it's going to be decided in this contest, is how much can the top of the order for Chugiak continue to do as far as bringing in runs, because otherwise it's been tough sledding.
And on the other side, how can the Oilers manage to keep them not as potent? The next pitch is run on from first base, and Oakley decides to backpick to third, and easy steal for West.
I don't blame Oakley in that situation, because if you throw it too hard, you get it into center field, and that'll immediately score the runner Vassar. So you can understand why he decided to take third instead, and you also have a chance to get the leadoff runner in that spot.
Also, I didn't see what Vassar's lead looked like down there at third base, and if he had a big lead, he might have just gone for the double steal. Next pitch is outside for ball 2, 2-2 on Cal Whip, no?
Yeah, and that's what you have to be very careful of in that situation when you've got a runner at third, is that double steal is always in the back of your mind. It has to be.
And the 2-2 delivery. Low and inside for ball 3. And Whip has now worked a full count after falling behind 1-2.
This is where Kian Prendez has to really dig in. Forced a 5-3 before with Whip, but if he does that here, it'll probably bring in a run. So you're looking for some sort of strikeout if you can, or something easy as the infield comes up.
And the payoff pitch. Popped up, shallow right side. Skinner ranging back from the second base position is going to make the grab on the cusp of the grass, and that's a big out for Prendez. Puts 2 outs on the board and still runners on the corners.
Yeah, tremendous out. Good job by Skinner to locate that pop-up. And again, because of that being out number 2, you take away the sac fly, and you also keep Vassar, who's very speedy, over at third. So the tremendous job to get that out for Prendez, and now all you got to do is just get that final out and get out of here down just 1 run after 3 innings.
Kian certainly not out of the woods yet. Austin Young stepping up to the box. He's got 2 runners in scoring position, but there is 2 outs, so you just need the out here. And it's in the dirt. They've got a chance to backpick Vassar at third base. He kind of ran as soon as he saw the ball was in the dirt, but a great block from Oakley saves the run.
Yeah, I got flashbacks to a couple games ago against Matsu when Oakley was in a very similar situation, overthrew, or actually went past the third baseman Holubowski on a throw in that same sort of situation, decided to hold on this time.
Next pitch is low for ball 2, 2-0. The count now on Austin Young, the catcher.
It was actually Fernandez in that situation that I mentioned before, but it just goes to show you that these catchers, they learn from each other, and in a way I think it's good to see that they've kind of built on those experiences to become a better team.
And the 2-0 pitch called strike. That's a great pitch from Prendez, and a pitch that he just really needed to get back into the zone.
Yeah, kind of broke it towards the outside that time. Came back in right before Young could have a shot at it. That's where Prendez is at his best in that breaking ball that starts outside.
Prendez ready for the 2-1. Fastball grounded left side, picked up by Cannon. His throw across the diamond in the dirt, unable to be picked by Musil, and 2 runs are going to come in to score on a critical error.
Yeah, the throw was a little bit low by Cannon that time. Musil had to try to scoop it up. It was a long way for Cannon to throw, but that's a play that Musil more often than not makes. Just bobbled it, couldn't hold on to it. And like you said, crucial because 2 runs come in for Chugiak in 1 fell swoop. That's the danger that you can find yourself in these 2-out situations when it's a ground ball, and that's exactly what we just saw.
Yeah, Cannon looked to be taking his time after fielding the ground ball. Unfortunately, maybe he took a little too much time and spiked the throw just a little bit. I still thought Musil might be able to come up with a scoop. Unfortunately, just not quite able to, and the Oilers allow 2 runs here, unnecessary runs here in the bottom of the third.
Yeah, both Vassar and West score right there. Again, that's 2 runs that off of 1 mistake, you're not going to be able to get it back. It really hurts.
Next pitch is swung through for strike 1. 0-1 the count now on Kai Butler, the center fielder, who's stepping into the box now.
Oilers now with 2 total errors. Chinooks with just 1.
Oilers now find themselves trailing 4-1 in an inning that they seem to be able to get out of. Next pitch is also grounded to Cannon. This throw across the diamond is on the target, and he records the out, but just a little too late to consolidate the damage. The Oilers fall behind 1-4 on a 3-run inning for the Chinooks. Those 3 runs coming on 3 hits, 1 error, and 1 left on base. We'll head to the top of the 5th. The Oilers bringing up Oakley, Holubowski, and Brown right here on ESPN 96.9 and 1140.
Let's talk about something that's not always top of mind, but still really important: life insurance. Because it offers financial protection for your loved ones and can help them pay for things like a mortgage, credit card debt, and even your children's education. Plus, life insurance is probably a lot more affordable than you think. And with State Farm, your local agent can help you understand your options and choose coverage that fits your needs and budget.
Hi, this is Christy Babcock, your local State Farm agent, still in Kenai, and now also at the Soldotna Y.
Got a toothache? PCHS is bringing back emergency dental services in Kenai. Patients are evaluated each morning starting at 7:45 with treatment available until 9 Monday through Friday. Patients will be seen in order of urgency. It's fast, focused care when you need it most. Don't wait through the pain. Get the help you need right when you need it. For more information, call 907-262-3119.
Peninsula Community Health Services. Healthcare for all.
Welcome back to Lee Jordan Field. Ollie Adams, on the mound for his 4th inning of work for the Chinooks. He's worked through 3, only allowing 3 hits and 1 earned run on 1 strikeout. The Oilers find themselves trailing 1-4. It feels like it should be 1-2, just an unfortunate error for the Oilers, allowed 2 extra runs to score. That means Prendez has allowed 4 runs, only 2 earned through 3 innings as well. Nevertheless, the Oilers trail by 3, looking to get some back here in the top of the 4th.
Yeah, and the location of the baseball on that ground ball to Cannon, I think, made a lot of the difference. Because it was hit a little more towards the left side and a little deeper, it forced that throw to to Musil to be a little lower. Tough for him to pick up off the ground, resulted in the error. And again, that's all it takes to give up 2 runs in one fell swoop.
Absolutely. Baseball, a very unpredictable sport, and anything can happen, as the Oilers just found out. Certainly not out of hope. They've still got 4 innings to work with, as the shortened game will only go 7 innings because of the doubleheader today. Stepping into the box for the Oilers, Reed Oakley is going to take a strike, 0-1 the count. Oakley walked in his first plate appearance in the 2nd inning, got stranded at first base. And the 0-1 from Adams, low and outside for ball 1, 1-1 the count.
Still a lot of baseball left here for the Oilers. That's the important thing to remember. We're just now approaching the halfway point in this first game, so they've got every ability to make the comeback. It's just going to have to happen a little at a time.
The 1-1 to Oakley catches the zone for strike 2. Oakley now finding himself have to protect in the 2-strike count.
A good pitch to the inside again by Adams. Can be so easy, especially if it's coming towards you like that, to swing at it.
And the 1-2 pitch from Adams. Good take, just a little outside for ball 2. 2-2 the count on the catcher.
Yeah, just barely a little bit low that time. Jake Bunch making the call, and again, Oakley with some good eyes on that baseball.
Absolutely. Oakley demonstrating his knowledge of the zone, now ready to face the 2-2. Off speed, a spinner dips into the dirt, low and outside for ball 3. 3-2 on Oakley.
Lone man to force a walk on either side today. Reed's got a lot of intelligence at the plate. A guy who's conservative when he needs to be, but also aggressive when he needs to be.
Now the payoff. Called strike. Oakley seemed like he was taking out of the hand, and unfortunately that pitch was pretty much right down the middle for strike 3. That's Adams' 2nd strikeout of the game.
Yeah, 2 straight strikeouts as well. Got one on Musil to end the top of the 3rd, and he gets one on Oakley to begin the top of the 4th after not having a single strikeout the entire game. So all of a sudden Adams really shifting into that next gear.
Jack Holubowski stepping into the box for the Oilers. Fouls one back off the bottom of his bat. He's 0 for 1 with a pop out so far today. Holubowski has power. He's batting, I believe he's batting below 200 on the year, but looking to turn that around here.
And right at 200 right now.
And the 0-1 outside for a ball. Was that before this game?
That was before this game, yes.
So he popped out, so he'd be just barely below 200. Hopefully
Yes.
he can end above 200 here. 1-1 the count. As Adams asked for a change in a change of baseball. It's still, the rain has cleared up, but it's probably still just a little damp out there. Adams ready for the 2-1 pitch. Leg kick and the delivery popped up and out of play. 2-2 the count on Holubowski.
Guy who's already got some SEC experience, played at Missouri a couple years ago, as well as East Central College. Finally has landed at Bradley University and seemingly found a good spot there and became a great player this past year.
Holubowski ready for his 2-2 pitch. Swung through strike 3. And after going almost 3 innings without recording a strikeout, Ollie Adams has waved 3 straight.
Well, the breaking ball is getting a lot better for him, and it's so hard to make contact with that curveball when it comes down like that. Holubowski and Oakley really both got fooled by it, and now we'll have to see if Brady Brown can do anything different here.
Those 3 consecutive strikeouts dating back to the 3rd inning when Owen Musil struck out swinging to end the top of the 3rd. Brady Brown now bounces one back to the mound. Adams picks it up easily, and a nice easy throw to first base to complete the 1-2-3 inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, and none left on base. We'll head to the bottom of the 4th. The Chinooks bringing up the bottom of the order. Luke Zaromsky, Carter Reed, and Tate Green right here on ESPN 96.9 FM, 1140 AM, and online at RadioKenai.com.
Officers at Beeman's talking with Steve. Looking for canning supplies? Look no further than Beeman's.
Matt, we have a great inventory of lids and jars. Not so great on canners right now, but we stock jars from 4 ounces to half a gallon, so we got a great selection of those. Lots of wide and regular mouth lids to boot. We have lots of new kitchen gadgets too, gift sets and towels and all sorts of things. In giftware, we have a great selection of baby gifts, so check us out.
Beeman's Variety on the Kenai Spur Highway in Soldotna.
Gentle Dental in Soldotna proudly welcomes Dr. Perkins to the practice. He brings a remarkable background from studying in France to earning a degree in microbiology and a DMD, graduating near the top nationality. With over 5,000 hours in implant dentistry and decades in anesthesiology, he delivers advanced, comfortable care. Dr. Perkins has been recognized among America's top dentists and enjoys serving Alaska communities. Gentle Dental continues providing trusted modern care. Call 907-262-8834 for your next appointment.
Kian Prendez back on the mound for his 4th inning of work. He's had a bit of a rough outing, 3 innings pitched. He's allowed 6 hits off the bat, 4 runs, only 2 of those earned.
Yeah, but he's got a chance perhaps at a quick inning here. The bottom half of this Chinooks lineup hasn't been nearly as tough as the top, but still got to take care of business.
Luke Zaromsky leading off for the Chinooks in the 7th spot of the order. He's going to take a ball low, 1-0 the count. Zaromsky struck out swinging to Prendez back in the 2nd inning. He's 0 for 1 on the day. Next pitch is lined right side and a pick by 3rd baseman Jack Holubowski. What a play. That ball was hit directly up to his up and left and manages to reach up and make the grab.
Awareness on the baseball field is a big thing, and Holubowski demonstrated it in spades right there. Like you said, that ball was hit with a very high velocity at a great amount of speed, but still, Holubowski able to get to it in time, show his quick reflexes, and make the catch for out 1.
Oftentimes, first pitch is blooped right, left side, and the left fielder coming in just a couple steps and then camps underneath it. That's Mark Nellis to record the catch for 2 quick outs on 3 pitches here in the 4th inning.
First out as a left fielder this year, and that's about as easy as it's going to happen. Hit right to him by Carter Reed. And here comes Tate Green with a recognizable song. It makes sense with him being from Texas.
I think Nellis on that fly ball took about a step and a half in, 1 step back, and then didn't move till the ball came to him. First pitch, called strike on Green. Green has the only hit for the Chinooks that didn't come from the top third. Next pitch is flied out to the right side. Hossenclaver ranges back and makes the grab to end the inning. So consecutive 3-up, 3-down frames for the Chinooks and the Oilers will make a quick 4th inning out of it. We'll head to the top of the 5th. Oilers still trail 4-1 on the Three Bears Alaska scoreboard right here on ESPN 96.9 and 1140.
Don't settle for partial care. At Central Peninsula Hospital, you get access to 3 specialty clinics: the Bone and Joint Center, Kenai Spine and Pain, and Foot and Ankle Specialists. From sprains to spine surgery, our team offers imaging, therapy, and surgery without leaving the Kenai. No travel, no outsourcing, just complete care close to home. Visit cpgh.org/orthopedics or call 907-714-4404.
This is Mark from Steam on Wheels. Wanted to talk to you about the Greer Poly tanks that we are now stocking. We've got tank sizes from 1,000 gallon, 1,250, 1,500 gallons. What sets them apart from the competition is that they have up to a 10-foot bury depth. Sometimes you need a tank that can withstand more than 4 feet, and these are where these poly tanks really shine. We do have tanks in stock. As a customer, you can come by and pick them up, a contractor as well. Please give us a call at Steam on Wheels, 907-262-3240.
Welcome back here on ESPN. Dylan Simmons and Tucker Blau joining you. I'll take you through the 5th, 6th, and 7th innings of today's first game between the Oilers and the Chinooks. On the Three Bears Alaska scoreboard, it is Chugiak 4, Peninsula 1. 3 hits for the Oilers so far, 6 for the Chinooks, with 2 errors for the Oilers, 1 for Chugiak so far in this game. And about as quick of a 4th inning as you could ask for, Tucker.
Absolutely. I don't have the exact pitch count, but well, actually I do. Let's see. 5, 6, 10, 11, 12 pitch, top of the 4th. And then 1, 2, 3, 4 pitch, bottom of the 4th. Is that accurate? 4 pitch or 5 pitch? It might have been a 5 pitch.
I think it was a 5 pitch.
5 pitch, bottom of the 4th. So you get a full inning under 20 pitches. You're lucky to get a half inning under 20 pitches.
We will certainly take it, but we're also looking for some runs for the Oilers as Luke Skinner swings and misses at this pitch from Ollie Adams, who's been showing out as of late. 3 straight strikeouts between the 3rd and 4th inning, and a 1-2-3 inning in the top of the 4th just probably 5 minutes ago. 0-1 pitch on the way to Skinner, just outside for ball 1. Skinner popped the ball up to the shortstop his last time up. He hails from Woodbury, Minnesota, and Bradley University. Had a .403 on-base percentage coming into the year for Bradley. 1-1 delivered, and that is low on a fastball for ball 2.
Good take from the Oilers' second baseman, Luke Skinner. He now finds himself in a hitter's count. He can swing away.
Comes from a baseball family. Watches the 2-1 pitch go by and a swing and a miss. His father, Sean, played baseball at San Diego University, while his grandfather, Mike, pitched for the Pittsburgh Pirates. So he's got a great baseball lineage in his family, and he's part of the great history now of the Alaska Baseball League. 2-2 pitch, chops this one foul right up against the cage beside us, and it got wedged in the cage. That's something you don't see every day. Good job, Brooks, as he dislodges it from the fence. Sometimes I wonder if they can hear us from the dugout.
Certainly don't like to acknowledge it if they do.
2-2 coming up here to Skinner. Fastball delivered. Here is a high fly ball deep to right field, back towards the corner. It's going to be caught in the deepest part of the yard by Carter Reed for out number 1.
Yeah, that was absolute fire off the bat of Luke Skinner. It was just came up a little too short, put a little too much air underneath it, and unfortunately for Skinner, Reed able to get underneath it back in that right field corner.
And I mean, it just barely stayed within the yard. Again, he needed just a little bit more to hit it out of that right field corner. It's about 320 to the corners here at Lee Jordan Field. Almost had his first home run of the season. Instead, Shane Cannon will come to the plate, who got a double his last time up in the 3rd, to help spark this Oilers offense. But Another strike here from Adams. Counted 0-1.
That is one column that the Oilers do lead the Chinooks in. Chinooks have not picked up a home run on the season as of yet. Oilers, of course, have 2, both off the bat of Brooks.
0-1 coming up. Cannon showing bunt. Pitch got by him, and it goes for a strike. Just missed the end of his bat. Counted 0-2.
Cannon, unfortunate. Thought he could get the ball call, and now finds himself behind 0-2. Bunt pretty much out of the question. You can expect to see him swing away.
Yeah, bunt's virtually off the table at this point, so Cannon going to have to go for broke here. 0-2 pitch. That is low for ball 1. Good take by Cannon that time. Able to hold off. Out of UC San Diego, one of a few players from UC San Diego on this team, as well as Evan Cineres. Going to watch a 1-2 come in here. And the breaking ball, just high for ball 2. That was a bold but a good take from Cannon.
It's what we called a BLT in high school, a big league take. And there's a little bit of skill implied there, but a lot of luck as well.
Looking to add on this 2-2 after the BLT. 2-2 pitch to Cannon. Pops it up. It's going to be out of play. The catcher, Young, tried to make a play on it, but was not going to be able to. 2-2 pitch coming up. The clouds have somewhat parted behind us, and you can see some of the surrounding mountains here in Chugiak. A beautiful place for a ballpark, by the way.
Absolutely, and where else in the U.S. besides in Alaska are you going to be able to play with mountains in the background? I mean, there's multiple just absolute scenic vistas that we are able to play baseball in this beautiful state.
2-2 pitch on the way. That's high and tight for ball 3. I'd say here and maybe Colorado and Utah, probably the only 3 places I can think of where you're going to get views kind of like this, at least as far as collegiate spaces go.
Yeah, I say that, and then I realize I've never really traveled to watch baseball, so you would be more well-versed in that area.
Payoff pitch. Cannon pops it up on the right side. First baseman Zoromsky will not be able to make a play on it. There are some tremendous ballparks out there. BYU has a really good one. Utah as well in Salt Lake City. I believe the Colorado Buffaloes have a pretty good one over in Boulder as well. So there's some solid ones up in the Rocky Mountain area, but I'd still say that Alaska's probably got the best of any of them. Of course, we are biased here. Payoff pitch coming up to Cannon, who's done a good job of keeping himself at the plate against Adams. Time called.
It's probably the 3rd or 4th ball that Adams has wanted to be replaced by home plate umpire Jake Bunch. I wonder if he's just being picky or if it's the turf's still a little wet from that earlier rain.
Well, there was a decent amount coming down earlier. 3-2 on the way to Cannon, and another ball popped up and fouled behind us. Yeah, there was a pretty solid shower about an hour and a half before this game got started as we drove in here to Chugiak, and there was some concern about whether or not this first game might get delayed, but thankfully this is a turf infield, so rain delay wasn't necessary. Payoff pitch coming up here to Cannon once again, who's done a great job of battling back against Adams. Can he find anything on this 3-2? Payoff pitch. Hits it off the end of his bat toward the right side of the field, towards foul ground, and it's going to land, right in the Oilers' bullpen. And some of the pitchers down there watching it go down on the bench, that was probably a scary moment for them.
Yeah, well, you'd think you'd see some of them. It looks like they have gloves in hand. You'd think you'd see them reach up and catch it. But, there's that saying, pitchers are athletes too, but it looked like a lot of them were just dodging out of the way.
They must have been thinking about something else, I guess. 3-2 on the way to Cannon. Digs after it, swing and a miss. The throw will complete the strikeout, and that will be out number 2. The 4th strikeout now of the game for Ollie Adams, this time on Cannon.
Yeah, big strikeout for the top of the lineup, and now you've got Brooks Hossenclaver stepping up to the box with nobody on and 2 outs, the exact situation that the Chinooks would want to see him in.
Hossenclaver's been a winner wherever he's gone, whether it's been Connor State with the Oilers and soon-to-be Central Arkansas. Team went 48-12 with a tough schedule at the JUCO level. Played in 35 games his first year at Connor State with 34 hits, 26 RBIs, and 5 homers, as this pitch is low from Adams. So it just goes to show that even in his younger days, this is a guy who's found a way to help his teams win. Got the Oilers right now at an 8-5 record, thanks partially to due to his efforts. Is now trying to help them to potentially a comeback win today. 1-0 pitch from Adams. This is a breaking ball low for ball number 2. 6'2", 225, powerful build. We saw Luke Skinner almost get one out of the ballpark a few moments ago, and maybe Hasenclever has an ability for something similar. 2-0 pitch, and low for ball 3.
Good at bat from Hasenclever, looking for that 20th walk of the season.
Yeah, very well could get it right here. Again, he leads the league in that category. We talked about him possibly getting that 20th walk, and this might be a shot to do so. 3-0 coming up, delivered by Adams, and that is inside for ball 4. So Hasenclever will make his way over to first with a base on balls, and that is number 20 on the season for number 28.
Brooks Hasenclever now is aboard with 2 outs for Mark Nellis. Nellis with a single back in the first inning, and looking to at least just extend the inning here with a base hit or a walk.
Yeah, flew a ball as well out to right in the third. So 1 for 2 so far today. By the way, for the folks watching on YouTube, and I hate that I forgot to mention this earlier, but the reason that there is no scoreboard right now on the screen is because apparently Presto is not syncing correctly to our YouTube stream, so that's what the issue is about. As this pitch is in for a strike, counted 0-1. So you'll just need to follow along as we update you on the score. It is 4-1 Chugiak in front of the Oilers. So we'll make sure to update you as runs come in throughout the rest of this game. Hasenclever over at first. This pitch is low to Nellis for ball number 1.
Technology is a wonderful thing when it works.
I've learned that the past few days. That's been a lesson I've learned a little bit too much, all things considered, but we're happy to work with it no matter what. 1-1 coming up to Nellis. And he's going to chop one over to the shortstop. Allen picks it up, underhand toss to second in time to get Brooks Hasenclever for the final out. So the Oilers put 1 man aboard, but no runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 man left on base here in the 5th inning. That'll bring us to the bottom half of the 5th with your score still Chinooks 4, Oilers 1. Back in just a moment on ESPN.
Dan's Automotive has the best customers in the world. What about Asia? We love Asia. We work on Toyotas, Hondas, Nissans, Hyundai.
Is this the stretch? Because I know in sometimes in 7-inning games they make the 5th inning the stretch.
Wait, can you hear me right now, Caleb? Or sorry, Race.
Yeah.
Can you hear me, Race?
Yes.
Okay. You said it's not the stress. Okay. Yeah, sorry. He turns off. He turns off our mics.
Close to home. And big news, our residence hall is now open. You can once again experience full campus life, build lifelong friendships, and live where you learn while taking classes at KPC or any UA campus. Don't wait. Secure your classes in your room today at kpc.alaska.edu. Find your place at KPC.
Welcome back. This is Oilers Baseball on ESPN. Dylan Simmons, Tucker Blau joining you for the bottom half of the 5th inning. Checking in on the Three Bears Alaska scoreboard, it is still Chinooks 4, Oilers 1. Kian Prendez will be on the mound to get things going in the bottom of the 5th, and he will face off against the number 1 man in the order, Reese Vassar, followed by Blake Allen and Phoenix West. As always, the top of the batting order is brought to you by State Farm agent Christy Babcock. Start the next inning in your life with the top insurance team. As a strike is delivered by Prendez here, counted 0-1, and for those watching on YouTube, you can see that the sun is indeed shining here at Lee Jordan Field. Here's a chopper to the left side, fouled to the left of the third base bag, bringing the count to 0-2.
Vassar having a phenomenal day at the plate and on the base paths. He's 2 for 2 with 2 singles and has scored both times 2 of the Chinooks' 4 runs on the day.
Yeah, he's been a sensational player, to say the least, for Chugiak so far. This pitch is going to miss just outside for ball 1. Vassar, a junior, out of Arizona Christian and Brewster, Washington, had a season-high 4 hits versus Benedictine Mesa. 1-2 chop to the left side, right into the glove of Jack Holubowski. He had to get on his knee on the ground and put his glove on the ground to make the catch, but did so. I guess we'll call that a line out for out one.
That's a great first out. Not only the first batter of the inning, but the top of this order, Reese Vassar, first time retired tonight. And if you can get through this top of the order without allowing a run, I think that would be a great energy booster for the Oilers.
Pitch delivered here, catches the outside corner against Blake Allen for for strike number one. Reached on a single back in the first and flew a ball out to center in the third. And now Allen going to try to do some damage here as this pitch misses low for ball number one. Allen out of St. Mary's University and Bulverde, Texas. Had a .283 average this past year with 50 runs. And drives one towards right center field here toward the gap. It's going to get down for a base hit. Picked up by the center fielder Brown, who will throw it back towards second. That's a good job to keep Allen over at first, but he's aboard with a one-out single, his second hit of the day.
Yeah, great job from Brady Brown ranging into the right center field gap. That's to his left, so he has to grab it and made a spinning throw to second base and managed to make it accurate and strong enough to hold Allen at first base.
Phoenix West comes to the plate, and he's been the big difference maker in this game so far, as expected. Already 2 RBI singles for the Chinooks, the only Chinooks player with an RBI so far in this game in this 4-1 lead. Here's a breaking ball well inside, and it hit Phoenix West. It's a hit by pitch, and that will put runners at first and second for the Chinooks.
As I was saying before, getting through this top of the order without some sort of trouble is a nearly unachievable feat. And so far, you've got runners on first and second, and you're just one ground ball up the middle away from getting out of this inning still. So hopefully the Oilers, Kean Prendez can work through this.
Cal Whip comes to the plate. He's 0 for 2 so far. Strike delivered here by Prendez on a low breaking ball. Whip working as the designated hitter in this contest and helping this Chugiak team reach new heights this season. One of the best starts they've had in a number of years. They've been towards the bottom of the standings in recent years. This is driven foul towards the left side. But this season they have a great collection of talent. They've got a great coach in Easton Babe. And they've got a lot of veterans on this roster. And they just do a lot of things well. Don't make a lot of mistakes. They play great fundamental baseball. And it has revitalized the Chinooks here in 2026. 0-2 by Prendez. Ground ball off the glove of Holubowski and into left field. Coming around is Allen. He will score, and the Chinooks add to their lead. It's Whip with an RBI single.
Holubowski just centimeters away from making another spectacular grab down there at the hot corner. Unfortunately, just couldn't get his glove around that one, and it caroms off of it out into shallow left field, and the run comes in to score.
5-1. Chugiak now on top of the Oilers after adding that RBI single from Whip. It advances West to second. Runners at first and second for Chugiak as Austin Young comes to the plate. Reached on an error his last time up. As Prendez places this pitch a little high, count at 1-0. Looking at the Oilers bullpen, there is a slight bit of action going on over there, but not a lot of throwing at the moment. But there is a pitcher on the bump, so we'll keep a close eye on that. 1-0 coming up to Young here is delivered this time on a breaking ball for a strike. Count at 1-1. Prendez has made it through the entire game so far and has had his troubles through 4 1/3 innings, but has still been able to make some solid plays as the pitcher. 1-1 delivered here, popped up on the right side. Camping underneath it is Skinner, and he'll make the catch in shallow right for out number 2.
Yeah, it's a big out with a runner in scoring position and 1 out, and now all you need is 1 more to get out of the inning with just that 1 run of damage.
That'll bring Kai Butler to the plate. We haven't talked a lot about him today. He's flown a ball out to right and grounded out to short. Did so in the second and third innings respectively. But he's a very, very solid player for this Chugiak team. Sophomore out of Cal State Los Angeles and Clovis, California. 6'1", 180 pounds. as this pitch is low from Prendez for ball number 1. Butler second on the team in batting average at .343, also has a .410 on base percentage and the number 5 batting average in the ABL. And in high school, he had a .315 average, 35 hits, 20 RBIs in his senior season. So he's become a really solid player throughout the past few years. 1-0, Butler, fly ball to right, drifting into foul ground. Hassenclaver trying to locate it. It's going to land in foul ground right in the Oilers bullpen for a 1-1 count.
Yeah, Hassenclaver, I think if the sun is in his eyes, he might have been able to get there, but he was just struggling to locate it. Had his glove out in front of his eyes trying to shield it from the sun, and he was able to run in the right direction, but he just didn't have the confidence that he would have had if he could have maintained that location.
Yeah, the sun is right over us right now here at Lee Jordan Field, so it's going to make life for these outfielders a lot more difficult. Ground ball delivered to Cannon. Throw to first is dropped by Musil again. That'll load the bases here for the Chinooks as he tried to bring in that slow rolling throw, and he couldn't secure it. That'll put Butler at first.
I think Cannon, after that earlier error, was again thinking a little too much about the throw. He tried to sit back and make a slow, easy throw across to first base, and I think he just took too much off of it, and it bounced well in front of Musil, and Musil couldn't come up with the long hop, so that leaves the bases loaded. They're still 2 down, just 1 out away from getting out of the inning, but certainly a big situation for the Oilers.
Luke Zaromsky comes to the plate. High fastball here by Prendez puts the count at 1-0. At third base, it is Phoenix West. At second is Cal Whip. And at first is Kai Butler. Zaromsky with the 1-0 coming up. And he hits a high fly ball towards right field. Hassenclaver's there, and he makes the catch to put an end to the top of the 5th. So a little bit of trouble for the Oilers in this frame, but still a good enough job to strand 3 runners on base. And that will end the top half of the 5th inning. Your score is now 5-1. Cal Whip with the RBI single for the Chinooks, putting them on top by 4 runs. Back for the bottom of the 5th in just a moment. Here for more Oilers baseball on ESPN.
Looking for the toughest trailers and equipment on the Kenai? Head to White Spruce Trailer Sales on K Beach Road, your local dealer for TYM tractors. That's right, they have TYM tractors and implements. Anything from TYM pallet forks, box blades, snow removal, and more. Built to work as hard as you do. From sales to service, they've got the parts you need to keep your equipment running strong all year long. Speaking of service, White Spruce offers a full-service shop with special discounts for commercial companies because supporting local businesses matter. Looking for a solid job with great pay and room to grow? Dam Construction and Roofing is hiring roofers and general laborers across the Kenai Peninsula. They offer competitive pay based on experience, overtime opportunities, paid sick leave, and full-time seasonal work. No experience? No problem. If you're dependable, motivated, and ready to learn, they'll provide the opportunity. Join one of the Kenai Peninsula's fastest-growing roofing companies. Call 907-262-3996 today or visit dambuilt.com. Dam Construction and Roofing, building careers one roof at a time.
Welcome back here to Chugiak, Alaska. We are in the top half of the 6th inning between your Peninsula Oilers and the Chugiak Eagle River Chinooks. On the Three Bears Alaska scoreboard, it is Chinooks 5, Oilers 1. 8 hits for the Chinooks so far, 3 for Peninsula, 3 Oilers errors, just 1 for Chugiak in this game. And really, some of those errors have made somewhat of the difference in this game so far. However, it's important to remember the Oilers have rallied from deficits similar to this before, and this one is far from over, Tucker, as Luke Lusky will lead off.
Absolutely. Luke Lusky trying to shift that momentum back in the Oilers' favor with hopefully getting on base to lead off here in the 6th.
So here we go, top half of the 6th inning. Lusky, fly ball foul towards the right side of the ballpark. Counted 0-1. Great crowd on hand today for the Chugiak Eagle River Chinooks. Again, they aren't used to seeing this team do so well, but they're having themselves a fantastic season, and we're seeing why they're at the top of the ABL standings right here. 0-1 pitch to Lusky is low from Adams. Count at 1-1. Adams has already made it through 5 complete innings and has done a really nice job for Chugiak so far against these usually pretty solid Oilers bats. 1-1 pitch to Lusky. Delivers a fly ball out towards left center field. It could be a bloop shot that gets down, and the catch, was it made? It was. What a job by Kai Butler diving after that thing in left center field.
Good grief. Kai Butler off the jump. He slipped, ended up on one knee on the ground, jumped up and had to just run full out 100% effort into that Bermuda triangle that often causes so much trouble between left center and shortstop. And I thought it might drop, but he ends up making the catch anyway. A great play from the center fielder.
What a job by Butler. This pitch delivered for a strike here from Adams. Brings the count to 0-1. And that looked like it would be a sure bloop single for Lusky, but instead Butler with that terrific catch. Kind of the unlucky nature of the day for the Oilers so far. Musil at the plate. This pitch is high and inside for ball one. Musil 0 for 2. He's grounded out to short and struck out in the second and third innings respectively. 1-1 pitch delivered. Breaking ball by Adams. Registers in low for ball two. Musil led the team in batting average, hits, doubles, and RBIs as a freshman at Kansas City, Kansas Community College. Hails from the home of the Men's College World Series, Omaha, Nebraska. He's become a Great Plains hitter as he fouls this one up over our heads for strike two. Count moves to 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Musil certainly has the frame of a great baseball player, and hopefully he can prove that here this season with the Oilers.
In many ways already has, but trying to recapture that form right here. 2-2 pitch, breaking ball, called strike 3. A phenomenal pitch by Ollie Adams to get out number 2 here in the top of the 6th. Sometimes you just got to tip your cap and accept your fate when you see something like that.
Absolutely. Owen Musil just absolutely frozen up on that off-speed that caught that inner edge. There was no argument. That was absolutely strike 3, but just shaking his head in bewilderment as he heads back to the dugout.
Reed Oakley will come to the plate. He's reached on a walk and struck out looking so far in this game, and is trying to reach for the second time today. And he swings and misses at this breaking ball from Adams that brings the count to 0-1.
A rare chase on a very low and outside pitch from a guy who usually executes excellent plate discipline. He worked that walk in the second inning and then had a great at-bat in the fourth, although it did end up with a caught-looking strikeout. I believe he saw like 8 pitches, though, in that at-bat.
0-1, and he chases again. That's a swing and a miss for strike 2. Really aggressive from Reed Oakley here in the top of the 6th, but with the nature of the game being what it is and only having 7 innings, you can understand why the Oilers may be choosing to go after it a little bit more in this top of the 6th and try to just create something against Adams. 0-2 pitch and called strike 3. Pitch is bobbled by the catcher. He'll throw it to first and get it there in time to complete the strikeout. My goodness, filthy stuff from Ollie Adams here in the top half of the 6th inning. He adds 2 more strikeouts. He's got 6 total in the game, and the score remains Chugiak 5, Oilers 1. No hits, no runs, no errors, and none left on base for Peninsula. We'll be back for the bottom of the 6th in just a moment here on ESPN. It's stretch time in Chugiak.
When trying to find a dentist, it can be challenging, and Ridgeway Family Dentistry knows this. Ridgeway is a new state-of-the-art facility offering you pain-free dentistry and is family-friendly. Even if you don't have time to have multiple appointments, Ridgeway Family Dentistry can complete all your treatment in one easy visit. At Ridgeway Family Dentistry, they know how important it is to have a smile and know how that can change your life. For your next dental appointment, call Ridgeway Family Dentistry at 262-8404.
The World Cup's coming, and everybody's talking defense.
They're doing the stretch. An absolutely dangerous top of the order for Chugiak today. Reese Vassar, Blake Allen, and Phoenix West have been thorns in the side of the Oilers in this contest. In total, those 3 combined have 6 hits in this.
The top of this lineup to this point is a ridiculous 6 for 8 on the day. So if that doesn't tell you how.
But it will be caught by Kai Butler for out number 1.
Halabowski dreaming of those back-to-back leadoff doubles to set up that comeback win against the Matsu Miners on Wednesday. Unfortunately, that was Thursday, I believe. And unfortunately, this one, the center fielder Butler was able to get back and make the grab.
Second time today we've seen an Oiler almost hit one out of the park. Just needed a little bit more. Luke Skinner also had a near home run earlier. Brady Brown at the plate. Number 8 man in the order. We'll see.
Just trying to extend the inning, turn it over to the top of the lineup at this point, you're just reaching for wherever you can get here. And, yeah.
2-2 on the way to Jones with 2 outs. And a swing and a miss. That'll do it. Ollie Adams ends what has been a fantastic day for him with his 7th total strikeout in this contest, as the Oilers get 1-2-3 again, and kind of emblematic of the day we've seen for Peninsula here in game number 1. A dominant effort for the Chugiak-Eagle River Chinooks. They get the 5-1 victory over your Peninsula Oilers. They move to 10-4 on the season. Meanwhile, your Oilers drop their 2nd straight and move to 8-6. Just a complete dominant performance from Chugiak from start to finish. We've seen why they're the best team in the Alaska Baseball League right now, and the Oilers are going to have to find some ways to adjust in a hurry with the 2nd game of the doubleheader coming up in probably about 30 to 45 minutes. Tough loss here.
Care and preventative services for the whole family. From checkups and screenings to managing ongoing conditions, our caring team is ready to help you stay ahead of your health. Don't wait. Take the first step toward feeling your best today. Call PCHS at 907-262-3119 or online at pchsak.org.
Peninsula Community Health Services. Healthcare for all.
When trying to find a dentist, it can be challenging, and Ridgeway Family Dentistry knows this. Ridgeway is a new state-of-the-art facility offering you pain-free dentistry and is family-friendly. Even if you don't have time to have multiple appointments, Ridgeway Family Dentistry can complete all your treatment in one easy visit. At Ridgeway Family Dentistry, they know how important it is to have a smile and know how that can change your life. For your next dental appointment, call Ridgeway Family Dentistry at 262-8404.
The World Cup's coming and everybody's talking defense. Here's a strategy that works long after the final whistle. If your family is complete, a no-needle, no-scalpel vasectomy is a safe, effective move. If you're done building your team, it may be time to strengthen your defense. Dr. Alvarez can perform your procedure in Soldotna or Homer. It's quick, comfortable, and a whole lot easier than chasing toddlers into extra time. Don't leave your future up to a lucky bounce. Call Peninsula Surgery and Aesthetics 907-235-1010 and schedule your no-needle, no-scalpel vasectomy. Score some peace of mind and enjoy the games.
And now it's time for the post-game show on ESPN 1140 and 96.9. Brought to you by Peninsula Community Health Services and State Farm agent Christy Babcock. With game recaps and on-field interviews, let's return to the field on ESPN.
Welcome back to Lee Jordan Field in Chugiak, Alaska, and welcome to the Oilers postgame show presented by Peninsula Community Health Services. PCHS supports your health, offering medical, dental, eye care, and behavioral health services. Visit them online at pchsak.org, that's in all caps, or call and schedule an appointment today at 907-262-3119. Chinooks coming away with the 5-1 victory, largely thanks to a tremendous and consistent effort from their pitcher, Ollie Adams, who holds the Oilers to just 1 run in this contest. But credit as well goes to the top of the Chinooks lineup, which absolutely terrorized the Oilers' defense today. Reese Vassar, Blake Allen, and Phoenix West were tremendous in this contest, combining for 6 total hits and getting on base close to 10 times total. Just a fantastic effort by them. And the Oilers, despite their best efforts, just couldn't maintain the consistency needed to handle Chugiak in this one, Tucker.
Absolutely. The Oilers just fell behind. I think a real backbreaker was the 2 RBI, or it wasn't RBI, it was a 2-run error. That it was a kind of a combination, a group effort from shortstop Cannon and first baseman Owen Musil, but that allowed that 3-run deficit to come into play, and it was just, I felt like the Oilers kind of lost the momentum and their energy after that one.
Well, this is just game 1 of today's doubleheader. We will play our second game against Chugiak in about 30 to 45 minutes, so make sure you don't go anywhere too far at least, as we'll be back on ESPN for the second half of our total broadcast today. For now, we'll send it back to Race at the station, and we will rejoin you in just a bit here on ESPN. Make sure you stay tuned in.
You have been listening to Peninsula Oilers Baseball on ESPN 1140 AM, 96.9 FM, and on the web at radio